This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Something Went Wrong. 52 Biases That Undermine Your Leadership Decision-Making by Yinying Wang. Introduction. What is the book about? This is a book that helps leaders make wise decisions. If you are a leader or aspire to be a leader who wants to improve your decision-making skills, this is the book for you. The book offers leaders an engaging, critical introduction to a wide range of biases in leaders' decision-making. The frequently discussed racial bias and gender bias are covered in this book, but they are only a very small part of the biases in leaders' decision-making. You will venture into 52 biases that play a potent role in leaders' decision-making. In each chapter, you will learn about one bias. You will start by defining a bias, followed by examples that illustrate how the bias creeps into leaders' decision-making. You will then use a section called Do You Know? To assess what you have learned about each bias. You will end the chapter with your own reflection on the decisions made by you or the people around you. If you work on one bias each week, you will spend an entire year improving your decision-making skills. Throughout the year, this book will be your best companion as you make decisions that influence people in your family, teams, organizations, and communities. And along the way, you will learn about how some popular decision-making approaches can go awry, including: how can data and evidence lead us astray in making decisions? Why does shared decision-making sometimes lead to poor decisions? How are we misled in selecting employees and leaders? Why do you need to be cautious about experts' opinions? And much, much more. After learning 52 biases and how to debias, you will become a leader whose decisions are less biased but of higher quality. If you are interested in making better decisions, you may want to come back to this book annually. Why focusing on leaders' decisions? This book is about leaders' decision-making and how it can go awry. Many people ask me, why do you focus on decisions made by leaders? What is the difference between decisions made by leaders and others? The fundamental difference lies with the consequences of decisions. Leadership, by its nature, implies leaders make decisions on behalf of their followers and influence their followers. The heart of leadership is decision-making. Leaders have formal authority, granted by rules and policies in an institutionalized system or organization. Take a look at the state education governance structure in the United States, Figure 1. Different governance structures give voters, governors, state education boards, SBE, and chief state school officers, CSSO, different levels of power over education. Despite different governance structures, those institutionalized systems in different states grant leaders various levels of decision-making power over education. Figure 1. State education governance structure. At the school district level, school board members make decisions on behalf of their constituents. When you cast a ballot in your local school board elections, you participate in a group decision-making process, along with other voters, to decide who can make decisions on your behalf. At the school level, principals make decisions in many areas. Principals, according to the National Center for Education Statistics, set performance standards for students, establish curriculum, determine the content of in-service professional development programs for teachers, evaluate teachers, recruit and retain teachers, set discipline policies, and decide how their school budget is spent. Such wide-ranging decision-making power is entrusted to not everyone in schools, but only to those in leadership positions. Whether a leader shares the decision-making power is a different matter. Entrusted with power, leaders make decisions that have high stakes and widespread ramifications. Leaders' decisions influence others' emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Do you speak up when you see a questionable contract that involves a board member? What should you do with an incompetent employee who...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.